everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Osweiler's Texans going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler setting up the screen from Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now a quick handoff, and this is the fullback, Prosch. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Lamar Miller, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Let's go! On 2nd down, Osweiler. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for a Houston first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been an excellent drive to start the game off. Move the ball downfield well. Now they're set up at 1st and goal after that last really nice run. Exactly how a coach would draw things up. This is how you want to start a game, and that's all they've preached all week long about how they wanted to come out of the gate.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 8 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And there's a flag on the field. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to D'Angelo Williams. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2 as they take over here 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits, and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, it's Miller. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. And we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We know that J.J. Watt can do it all, but him rushing the passer, that's when he's at his best.
And he had a sack and a half in Week 2 against the Chiefs, and now 76 on his career sits him up at the top with Reggie White through 5 years.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? My old college teammate, Reggie White, he could rush the passer, too.
Taking on the midfield logo. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, Osweiler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Osweiler caught left side, Hopkins. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take another, and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, 71 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And it's 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Let's go! 3-19!
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
45, 45. Key in, 30.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. What you got, heavy? What you got, heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Black, what's that? Black, what's that?
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Let's go. 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. And this is caught at the 8. In their game against the Bengals, so much talk going in about the battle between the talented Antonio Brown and A.J. Green. That never really materialized, did it, partner?
No, A.J. Green had 2 catches on the day. Antonio Brown had 4. So it wasn't quite the follow-up for Antonio Brown to week 1 when he absolutely torched Washington. But Pittsburgh won the game, and that's all that matters to him.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Blue 30.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger surveying the field. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. 11 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Miller, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd and 10 here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Roethlisberger with a give. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy-bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 14 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. D'Angelo Williams from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lawrence Timmons not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Lawrence Timmons In there to get him, his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third and long, it's Osweiler. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Let's go!
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Second down and 4.
Cut in left. Cut in left. Bring out. Let's go!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting... set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 230.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. So they bring pressure from the corner, and the corner blitz pays off.
When you make it look like man-to-man coverage and then bring the corner off the corner, big plays often result, and it sure did on that one.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. And here comes the Texans now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. You got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Throwing, Osweiler. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same. On
third down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's back to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. And when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And there's a flag on the play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Now a desperate, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.